In this video, I'm going to be building the best value team right now in NBA 2K23. My team, if you guys don't know what I mean by value, is a card that is extremely good for their price tag. So for example, an insanely good value card that will be in this squad is a card like Ron Artest. He's a top level point guard in the game and he's under 100,000 MT compared to some of the more expensive point guards in the game. For example, another power forward, right? Taco Fall, only 200,000 MT. And if you compare him to a card like Invincible Anthony Davis, AD is what I would consider a bad value card, a card that goes for over 500k right now for Invincible Anthony Davis. And I would say Taco Fall and some other power forwards we'll talk about here in a second are actually better than him and a lot cheaper. So that's what I do consider is a really good value card. And this will just be full of cards that are extremely good value on the auction now, some expensive and also some budget value cards as well. But at the starting point guard position is going to be the Dark Matter Luka Doncic, such a good offensive point guard, and he's only about 200,000, maybe 215k right now on Xbox. He's a 6'7" point guard, 6'8" wingspan, and Luka is still one of the best offensive point guards in the game. Has an elite level jump shot with the KPJ base, the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing. And then he's also got the Trey 6, he's got the Trey size up, the Trey escape, he's got that Trey fade, which is super nice. He's got the two best dunk packages as well with the quick drops off one and the front clutches. So just all around great offensive point guard and one of the best, just one of the best point guards in general for only about 200,000 MT. I would say he's one of the best value point guards. At the shooting guard position, we're looking for a little bit more offense, and I think Vince Carter may not be the best defender in the world, but offensively, our backcourt is going to be absolutely insane having Vince Carter and Luka Doncic. You got Vince, who's only about 70k, 65 to 70,000 MT, and he's one of the better shooting guards in the game. 6'6" at shooting guard, 6'9" wingspan, 97 3 ball, 97 mid range, 97 speed, 97 acceleration. So he's super quick. But the main thing about Vince is his rim running ability and his slashing ability as well. He's got a 99 driving dunk, 99 vertical, and we know Vince is going to get some of the craziest and just best dunk animations in the game, and that's what makes Vince Carter, his ability to get to the rim and finish through contact. He's got also a great jump shot with the Kyle Kuzma base and the Vince Carter upper on very quick timing, and then he's also got really good dribble sigs with the Steve Francis size up, the John Wall escape, Dame behind the back. But yeah, I would say Vince Carter, one of the better value shooting guards in the game, and he's going to be starting alongside Luka. But we definitely need some more defense on this type of squad. So for the starting small forward position, we are going to go for Dark Matter Kevin Garnett. I mean, KG, one of the best defensive cards in my team. 6'11" at small forward, 7'2" wingspan. He's got a 98 block, 95 steal, 95 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's got tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges on Hall of Fame, only missing Challenger and Menace. His jump shot's pretty good as well with the LaMelo Ball base, the KG upper on very quick timing. Is still a great jump shot for KG, and I know he's fairly expensive. He's about like 250k around there on Xbox, but for that price tag, you get a top tier small forward. So I do think Kevin Garnett gonna be the best value small forward right now in my team. And then at the power forward position, like I said, is gonna be Taco Fall, a card that is extremely good value compared to the other giant cards in the game, right? You look at a card like Yao Ming, he's like a million MT. You look at a card like Rick Smith, he's RNG, super hard to obtain, and he's one of the best power forwards. Like Shaq's super expensive, and I do think Shaq's better than Taco, but Shaq's like what, 700,000 MT at least, and you can get Taco Fall for under 200k and gives you great value at that power forward position. Being 7'6" with an 8'2" wingspan, he's going to be one of the better giant cards in the game, able to defend super well on the interior and also be a really good masher down low. And that's going to be very similar with our starting center in Dark Matter Ralph Sampson. I think right now is about 90,000 MT, which once again, just like Taco, is going to be extremely good value. Like he's actually cheaper than Taco. He's 7'4" at center, 7'8" wingspan. He's a lot faster than Taco as well. 85 speed, 85 acceleration. Also has an 88 vertical, 85 strength, which is really good. He's going to be another great paint defender. So if you have Taco Fall and Ralph Sampson in your front court, I mean, you're pretty much going to be good to go when it comes against the Giants. You'll definitely have enough size and paid defense, and you can definitely mash if you match up against smaller lineups. Like, this is a fairly big team, especially in the front court, and all of these cards in the starting lineup, I think, are some of the best value cards in my team. But now to talk about the bench, some more, I would say, cheaper value cards in the game. For example, Ron Artest, only going to be about 85, 90,000 MT, and like I said earlier, is one of the best point guards in the game. being 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan, he's definitely one of the best defensive point guards, probably number 2 right after Ben Simmons. When we're just talking about defense, he's got a 98 block, 99 steal, 99 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's got great Hall of Fame defensive badges, and the thing I like the most about this card is obviously his defense, but then he also still does have a great jump shot with the Markelle Fultz base, the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing, and then also got the D-Mitch size up, the Trey escape, aim behind the back, and the Trey fade, so he can still be a great scorer off the bench. And then at the backup shooting guard position, going for some size, a card that has extremely good value and allows you to run so many different lineups, is this Galiciopo Big Z. Now, I think the biggest thing about this card is he's under 50k. That's the first thing. He's super cheap on the auction house, you know, for how good he is in game, and he's 7'3" at the shooting guard position, 7'6" wingspan. He can be that paint masher. He can guard most positions, especially the bigs, and like I said, you're able to run so many different lineups around this card. So if you wanted to go, for example, Scalabrine at small forward, and you wanted to go Jonathan Isaac at power forward, something along the line of this, you can definitely go ahead and do that, because in game, you know, Scalabrine will guard, let's say, the shooting guard, Jonathan Isaac will, let's say, guard the small forward, and then Big Z can guard the power forward or the center as well. So I like having Big Z on this type of squad, because for under 50k, you get such good value in a card that can really allow you to run so many different lineups, and him and himself can still be a huge mismatch on the offensive end. So there's a lot of different variations you guys can go with off the bench. I think that starting lineup is pretty set in stone, but for the bench, this is what I was thinking of right away, is going Scalabrine at backup small forward, Jonathan Isaac at backup power forward, and then for the backup center position, I will go for Brook Lopez. But like I said, there's also some cards I wanted to talk about here in the last 3 spots. Cards like Marc Gasol, a really good power forward for super cheap, under 20k, 7'1" at power forward, great wingspan, great player model. He can knock down threes, he can defend at a super high level. So Marc Gasol, a really good value card in the game. Another great power forward is Dirk Nowitzki, a card that can stretch out the floor, 7'1" at power forward, great wingspan, 99 3 ball, has such an elite level jump shot, and is only about 50-60k. Another card, Bill Russell, right? And Bill Russell, and not Bill Walton. I mean, Bill Walton's actually pretty good too. Bill Russell, though, only about 50-60k, and he's still a top tier small forward. So if you want Bill Russell, he's another great value card in the game. If you're looking for more offense, you can go Ricky Davis, right? You can do something along the lines of this. You can go Ricky Davis, Ron Artest in the backcourt, Big Z, Jonathan Isaac, Brook Lopez, and then have these 3 cards off the bench. There's also cards like Hedo Turkoglu. If you're looking for a different point guard over Luka, Ron Artest, maybe you want to save a little bit of MT, you know, maybe don't go spend 200k on Luka, go ahead and pick yourself up a Hedo Turkoglu for only about 40-50k, and it's probably going to give you almost as good as Luka. There's so many different things you can do with this bench and those last 3 spots. I'll probably leave it with something like this, but like I said, there's so many different lineups you can run. Cards that aren't on this squad that are really good. Bill Russell number 1, Scalabrine for sure, also a great value card. I went over some other ones there you guys probably saw, kind of forgetting their names, but yeah, Bill Russell, Scalabrine. We have Ricky Davis there in the lineup. I have Dirk there at power forward. Marc Gasol's there, Brook Lopez. So these are just amazing value cards, and this, in my opinion, is the best value team you guys can build right now in my team. But let me know in the comment section down below, maybe some other really good value cards you guys have put into this lineup, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.